Okay. Hello! I decided that I wanted to get into the world of Booktube, and because I read a lot, and even though I don't buy a lot of books, I still read a lot. I usually just go to the library because I don't have a lot of money, and because I really like my library. I go to it really well. I actually kind of want to work there, but that's besides the point. But this is a shitty camera. I'm just saying. Anyway, but I kind of have been wanting to get into Booktube for a while because I see a lot of people on there talking about their books, and I'm like, I want to talk about the books that I read because I read a lot of those books. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about the book that I'm reading, the books that I read recently, and the books that I'm gonna read. I have 3 books that I read, 1 that I'm reading, and 2 that I'm going to read. And they're all out from the library, and some of them are on loan from other libraries. So, yeah. So the book that I'm reading right now is Snake Root by Andrea Kramer. It's from, I read the Nightshade series a while back, which was really, really fantastic. And this series is like a continuation series that comes after the events of Blood Rose, I think that was the last one. It should say in here. Yeah, Blood Rose was the last one. And then, because there were also 2 prequel books, Rift and Rise. So the 3 Nightshade books were Nightshade, Wolfsbane, and Blood Rose, and then there was Rift and Rise, and this is Snake Root. And then she also wrote another book called Invisibility. It was a collaboration with another author whose name I can't remember, but that one was really good. So anyway, I'm reading this. I'm having a little kind of a hard time getting into it because it doesn't have the werewolf aspect that the first 3 books did, and I really liked that, but I'm going to see where it goes. And I'm only this far into it right now, but I'm really excited to see what happens. Anyway, the last month, I feel like there's more ones that I read last month. I might have returned them already, but the ones that I have on me, what I just read previously was The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This was a really, 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 really good book, and I was just watching a Book Utopia's book video about plot twists, and she was talking about this and the plot twists in it, and I knew exactly what she was talking about. No spoilers. But that is a really good book. Before that, I read Rush by Eve Silver. This is a really good kind of sci-fi-ish time travel aliens novel, and I really liked the main character. I really liked that she was half Japanese. I am really fascinated by Japanese culture. My family hosted Japanese exchange students for 5 years, and I got to go to Japan in 2012. So that's something I'm kind of interested in. But this was also just a really good book in general, and I would highly recommend it if you really like young adult sci-fi and stuff like that. And then before that, I read Cured by Bethany Wiggins, which is the sequel to Stung. These are kind of like near future dystopia, where it's like not like way in the future, but in the pretty near future, and I think it's a really good plot, and I think it's actually really relevant to what's going on in the world now because of what's happening in the world and what caused like this dystopian state of the world. And I think that it's really, really relevant, actually. So those are the books that I read. This is the book that I'm reading. I have Invaded by Melissa Landers, which is the sequel to Alienated, and this is a book. Alienated was like a book about like alien exchange students, basically, and this is the sequel to it, and I'm really excited to read this because I really, really, really liked the first book. And then the next book I have is Until I Die by Amy Plum, and the book that came before this was Die For Me, and it's another really, really great series. It's got like a really interesting like plot idea or like type thing that I'd never really seen before, like the type of characters. It wasn't like a traditional sort of thing. It's like has to do with these people. I'm not gonna say what they do because that would kind of spoil it, but they have a unique power, and I'd never really read anything like it before that had that type of power in it, so I am really excited to read the second book. The characters are great. The setting is great. They take place in Paris, which I think is really, really, really cool. Okay, so those are just the books that I've been reading and stuff like that. And maybe later I guess that was sort of like a wrap-up slash haul slash what I'm reading. I don't know. I'm kind of new with this. So, but those are some really good books that I read recently. And, yeah, so, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later, readers. Bye!